Welcome back to another video. My name is Joseph and this is Panem Project. And in this video, I want to take you behind the scenes while I work on a project for one of my clients. The work that I'm going to be doing for this client is product photography. They asked for unedited photos on a white background, 2 photos per product, one from the front and one from the side, and so I'm going to try to show you a little bit of that. Also, I got this client through Fiverr, where I list some work as a freelancer. And so I also want to show you a little bit of the back end of my Fiverr account. Yeah, so I think normally photographers might use a speed light or a flash to do product photography, but I'm going to use my video light because I prefer using the constant light, natural light as well, but it makes it a little bit easier for me. And since I'm not shooting any people or like real estate right now, it's for the product that the client sent me. I don't think I have to worry too much about the light getting too hot or anything like that. That would be a concern if I was shooting a person, because if they're sitting in front of the light for a long time, they will start getting hot and it'll be uncomfortable. But in this case, I don't think I have to worry about it too much, so I'm gonna go with the constant light. As you can see, the work is for some doorbell push buttons. There's over 30 of them, 2 photos for each product on a white background. So let's get started. All right, so let's go to the Fiverr app. So this is what Fiverr looks like from the buyer's side. If you're going onto Fiverr to try to get a service completed by a freelancer. At the top here on my app, you can see popular services, logo design, logo animation, business cards and stationery. There's a lot of stuff here. So if I go to my back end of my profile and I go to seller mode, turn on seller mode, now I'm in the side of the seller mode. So I'm looking at Fiverr as a seller. Go to home, my home page is now different and it shows you my metrics. Here is the back end to my Fiverr account. I want to show this in case you're interested in freelancing on Fiverr. It doesn't have to be photography. As you saw on the home page as a buyer, there's a lot of services that people go on Fiverr to obtain from freelancers. So it doesn't have to be photography, but maybe there's a skill that you have or a service that you can provide that people are looking for. Maybe you have a skill within those popular services or some other skill that wasn't listed there. And this could be the start of a small business for you as a sole proprietor. I've been on Fiverr since the first quarter of 2019, but at first I wasn't providing photography or videography services. My first gig was about SolidWorks or computer-aided design, and that was more of my background as a mechanical engineer. I did one job where I created an arcade machine for a client in 3D, and I provided 2-dimensional drawings for manufacturing and assembly. It went well, but after some time after that gig, I decided to put a pause on doing CAD work, and I transitioned more to offering photo editing services, which later became product photography and videography, because personally I have more fun actually being behind the camera and doing the shooting myself. It may take a while to get your first client or to have visibility in the Fiverr algorithm, but after you get your first one, it begins to snowball. At least that's been my experience, especially if you do a good job and get good reviews. If there's demand for your services, you should start getting more messages from potential clients. But like I said, in the beginning, it might take a month or two, a few months before you even get a message from someone on Fiverr, unless you're doing your own promotion, right? If you're doing your own marketing and telling people about your services on Fiverr. But here is my homepage on the seller side, and you can see I'm still a new seller, even though I've completed a lot of the items to reach my next level. I've had some complications where my order completion rate dropped below 90%, and so now that's in red. It's at 82. It was a little bit lower, and that's because I've had some accidental cancellations where someone orders my services and then they either did it on accident or they did it before they should have, because I tell my clients to first message me and we can discuss the work first before they complete an order. But in some of those cases, the buyers did not do that, and they went ahead and ordered before it was ready, or they ordered on accident. And I got a few cancellations, and that dropped my order completion rate because I did not complete those orders. They were canceled. And so now I'm in red, and I should be a level 1 seller by now, but because of that, my next evaluation is November 14th, so I have to wait. Trying to get my response time down. It was at 1 hour. It recently went up to 2 because I've been getting a lot of messages from people in China at night when I'm sleeping. I don't know if that's counting against me, but I'm going to assume that it is. I recently saw that response time go up from 1 hour to 2 hours. My response rate, I think that should be at 100% because I've replied to everyone. Probably will jump up on my next evaluation. And then so here are all the targets that I had to reach my next level, and I did complete all of them. Selling seniority. I've been on Fiverr at least 60 days. Orders, receive and complete at least 10 orders. I've done more than 10 orders at this point. Earnings, earned at least $400. Completed orders all time. Days without warnings, 30 days. I haven't received a warning for terms of service violations over the course of 30 days, so I'm still green on that. That's the information I have for reaching my next level. So I'm just waiting for that order completion to go up, and then hopefully in a few weeks I'll get evaluated and I'll become a level 1 seller instead of a new seller. But yeah, I will say that it's been a slow process. Like I mentioned, it can take a while to get your first clients in it. And before I even started getting messages, it took a few months. And then after getting those cancellations, I kind of got shadow banned, I guess. My account had no visibility. So down here, I scroll down, you can see at the bottom my statistics on the phone. If you go online, you'll see more data, but here what they show you is the last 7 days, your impressions. My impressions are now up, clicks are up, conversion rate is down. Once I got a cancellation, my statistics basically dropped to like impressions to 30, clicks to 0 for months. And that happened earlier this year, around March or April. I got a cancellation and I didn't get any more Fiverr clients until like August. So it was a good 4 or 5 months of no new work from Fiverr, and that's part of the reason why it takes a while. It's taken a while for me to get out of being a new seller. But to add to that, I haven't been marketing myself on Fiverr. I haven't been trying to get people outside of Fiverr to order my gigs on Fiverr. If I have someone outside of Fiverr, I'll hand that through my website or with my own contract, because Fiverr does charge you 20% of the order. So if your order is for $100, you're only going to see $80 of that 100. So if you're going to promote, probably better not to do it to bring people onto Fiverr, in my opinion. Yeah, so there you see my earnings in November. November just started, so I haven't closed on any sales yet. You can see my average selling price, how much money I have pending clearance, how many active orders I have. Those are completed, but I'm waiting on the client to accept the order and to give me a rating. So they're still active. And as you can see, I have 2 canceled orders, and I've lost in those. One of those orders was over $300. Well, the order itself was for $390. I would have seen about 300 of that. So I've lost out on $316 because of cancellations. Show you a little bit right here, my chat, my messages. I have a message to reply to. They just wrote me 3 minutes ago. But yeah, these are all my messages. People just reach out on here. You communicate the details of what you do. For me, they're going to ask, a lot of people ask for a portfolio. They want to see example of other work that I've done, since it's more of a creative side, a creative service, creative gig, where I'm taking photos or videos, making videos of people's products. So, they might ask me for things like that. They'll want to know more details. I want to get to know what they're looking for, what they want to see in a video, what they want to see in a photo. If they're looking for a white background or lifestyle, sometimes I might ask them their budget, although I usually just tell them my prices first. If they want something custom, then I will give them a custom price depending on the details. But those are my messages there. So yeah, if you're in need of product photography or videography, please feel free to reach out, but just don't do it on Fiverr. Send me an email to info@panemproject.com or go on our website, panemproject.com. I have the same services that I offer on Fiverr, I have on my own website, and we can talk about your product or business through email and set up a contract through there and payment information as well. So it doesn't have to be through Fiverr, but if you're interested, I'm here for you.